YouTube, this is Vargas, recording live from the Vargas Vault. Back at you again with another part of a collection pickup video. Last pickup video I shared showed some video games, some CDs and soundtracks, and new to the collection, well, I collect action figures, but wrestling action figures. And now we get to the juicy part. The movies. Not as many movies as you would think. I know sometimes I go overboard and just buy a whole bunch of movies. That was not the case this time. I have tried and I have cut back on my movie spending. I don't buy a bunch of movies each week. I buy movies once in a while. As you know, my content has shown, I haven't done as many pickup videos because I have not gotten as much stuff. But I did get some cool stuff. I need to go to Movie Freaks Bazaar's spot and pick up some movies I bought. But I wanted to record this now, and then I'll save those for a later video. But first off, I picked this up at the flea market, and it's volume 6 of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Has 12 totally awesome episodes of the original cartoon series. I am trying to get the complete original cartoon series, even though the last 3 seasons weren't that good. After they got rid of Shredder and Krang and introduced Lord Dreg, the series wasn't that good, because then the Turtles, they added on this new character, and then the Turtles started mutating into these hulking, mindless creatures. And those were not good seasons. But I would like to own as many of the Turtle seasons as I can, and with this one, I'm a little bit closer to obtaining that goal, because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are one of my favorite cartoons from when I was growing up. This, He-Man, Transformers, Robotech, Messenger C, a whole bunch of cool cartoons, but the Turtles especially hold a very close spot in my heart, because I am one of 4 brothers, so each one of us is represented by a turtle, so that's why I freaking love the Turtles. For my beautiful daughter, I picked up from Movie Freak Bazaar, Pooh's Huffalum movie. Like I said, trying to expand my daughter's Disney collection, and Winnie the Pooh is a big part of the Disney collection, so yeah. This was a I think it was a direct-to-DVD movie, and the theatrical movies I'm still missing like 3, actually 5. 3 classics, 2 moderns. But the made-for-DVD market that they released in the 2000s, 90s, that's a whole different beast. There's way too many of those to even count, but I will get as many as I can for my daughter. To add to the Nicolas Cage collection, I picked up Joe. Finally got a copy of this. I haven't seen it, but I've heard very good reviews by a Nicolas Cage's performance in this one. And that's the thing about Nicolas Cage. He's a wild cannon. You never know which version of Nicolas Cage you're gonna get. Are you gonna get the Nicolas Cage that gives a shit and gives a good performance? Or are you gonna get the Nicolas Cage that doesn't give a crap, but gives a hilarious performance and how over the top it is? Or are you gonna get the bored Nicolas Cage that is just there to pick up a paycheck and he just sleepwalks through the whole thing? It's very interesting to collect for Nicolas Cage, because you don't know which version you're gonna get. But this one apparently is the one that he's actually invested in the movie when he likes the script, and he actually gives a good performance. So looking forward to watching this one. Then I picked up... I need to get a better... Oh no, it's actually cut. Someone cut this poor... I hate when it happens. When you buy used, this tends to happen. People get so frustrated with the shrink wrap that they take a knife to it, and sometimes the poor DVDs get sliced up pretty bad. That's a shame. But I picked up Roger Corman's Frankenstein Unbound. This is a very interesting version of Frankenstein, because it involves time travel. There's a scientist in the future that he has this computer-guided car, and somehow gets sent back to the past, where he meets up with Frankenstein. So it's a very, very, very interesting take on the Frankenstein thing. But very interesting, very interesting. If you haven't checked this out, check it out. I would recommend you see it just because it's very weird, but in a good way. Also picked up 2005's WWE Judgment Day. This had the I Quit match between John Cena and JBL for the Spinner title, which was it was one of the best highlights because which one was also good? Orlando Jordan with Heidenreich, I thought it was pretty cool. Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, that one was also cool. So, it was hit or miss, but again, I'm in a wrestling kick, and I'm trying to get as many wrestling DVDs as I possibly can, because I've always liked wrestling. I've mentioned this before. I've gone in and out of wrestling, because sometimes the booking is just stupid, and they build up these storylines, and then they fall flat on their face. But I still like wrestling. I like pro wrestling. Then I showed this in my James Bond collection video, so you already know about this one, but I picked up, finally, the last Roger Moore movie I was missing, and I've been hunting for years and years and years, Octopussy. I've already talked about this one, so I'm going to skip this one. Then I picked up I don't have a 3D TV. Ooh, this thing's falling down. I want to get that scratched. I don't own a 3D TV, so there's no way I can watch the 3D version of this. And 3D TV seems to have died out. The gimmick is dead. But I didn't own this movie, so I picked up, finally, a copy of Pacific Rim. It has the DVD, the Blu-ray, the special features, and it has an additional disc with the 3D thing. I don't care for the 3D disc, but it has the DVD and the Blu-ray. And the DVD's below this. So that's cool, because I freaking love Pacific Rim. It's made by one of my favorite directors, Guillermo del Toro. And this movie was amazing. This one is as close to a live-action Evangelion as we're ever going to get. And I'm a huge fan of giant monsters and giant robots, because I grew up with that. I grew up with Godzilla. I grew up with Messenger C, Robotech, Transformers, all that stuff. So this movie was right up my corner. I freaking love the visuals. I freaking love the effects. I freaking love the universe that they created. And I freaking love the battles between the kaijus and the Jaegers. So this movie is top notch. I love it. Then from a flea market, another flea market, I picked up the unrated version of Van Wilder. I've never seen this type of case. I've always seen Van Wilder into this, and I've never gotten around to buying it. But this one, being the unrated, also has a 3. I don't know if you'll be able to make it out on the screen, but it has a 3D effect here, which I thought was pretty cool. It'll look weird in my DVD case because it pops out like so. See, pops out like that. But I thought this was very original, so that's why I picked it up. Like I said, I've always seen Van Wilder on the Wild, but I never actually gotten around to picking it up until I saw that version. Then, oddly enough, I found some anime, but it's incomplete. These were the only ones I was able to find, but I picked up The Legend of Black Heaven, which is an anime based around a heavy metal band that also deals with aliens, so right up my alley. So this is volume 1. You won't be able to make it up with the glare, but it has a very, very cool, shiny, metallic cover. And the cover itself is pretty badass, I think. And volume 3. Unfortunately, I'm missing volume 2. This is only a 3-volume anime, consisting of only 10 episodes, and I'm missing 1 DVD, so that bummed me out. And I looked and looked and looked, and I couldn't find the 3rd disc, which annoyed me. Also, I picked up this collector's edition of Apocalypse Now. Now, this is the thing I don't like about Blu-rays. Blu-rays don't have, well, they kind of do, but not as often as DVDs used to be. DVDs would come out with these beautiful special editions, and they were actual special editions because they would differ from the regular editions. Like this one. This one's pretty cool. It looks like an envelope. And what would be inside this envelope? Well, you break up the wax mark here, pop this sucker out, and you got Marlon Brando there in the scene. Open it up, has some text, some more text, and then bam, 2 DVDs. And this one supposedly has the original Apocalypse Now and Apocalypse Now Redux. I already own the Redux version, but I don't own Apocalypse Now. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, yep. The only difference between Apocalypse Now and Redux is that Redux has like 49 additional minutes that were cut. And if you follow movies, you know that Apocalypse Now is considered, and a lot of people interviewed with this have said that it was a pain in the ass to make this movie. They had miles and miles of film that they recorded. Some special effects got botched. Very, very interesting. There's actually a documentary on Apocalypse Now that I would love to see. I don't actually know if this one has it, but this is my jam. I love special features. That's why I like collecting DVD, because DVD has these collector's edition that has a ton of special features. So yeah, this was pretty cool. And I also found the 40th anniversary special edition with even more special features of a Stanley Kubrick movie that I did not own, and I now own, and that's Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Comes with a book, which you don't get on Blu-ray. You don't get these kind of things on Blu-ray anymore. And the DVD itself, with 2 discs inside. So yeah, technically yes, the advantage of Blu-ray is that it has more storage capabilities. So in one Blu-ray disc you can fit these 2 discs, the information on these 2 discs, but it doesn't look as pretty. It doesn't come with a book. That's why I love collecting DVD and finding these special editions. Also picked up Saw 5, which I did not own. I was actually missing Saw 5. I like Saw 1, 2, and 3. After 4, it just gets very weird and very convoluted. But the kills are still pretty cool. I like the traps themselves, even though the movies don't make any sense. But this one has the slipcase. Very nice. And I have seen Saw 5, but it's the theatrical cut, and in the Saw movies, I am trying to hunt down all the unrated cuts. So finally added Saw 5. I'm only missing Saw the Final Chapter, which was the last one they did, and eventually when it releases Jigsaw. Also, and this is something actually that Profersor Macabro should be talking about, but he's missing in action, so it falls back to me. But I picked up finally a copy of The Purge with slipcase, and I am a sucker for slipcases. And also has a metallic look, which I dig. The Purge Anarchy is a million times better than the first Purge. I actually want to get Purge Anarchy because I saw that movie, and it's awesome. And I still need to see Purge Election Year. The premise is, if you really think about it, the premise doesn't make sense, because how much could a society really work with one, with committing any type of crime you want for one day a year? That wouldn't work. But that's the premise of this movie, and Purge Anarchy as a movie and suspense movie and an action movie worked really well. But I do want to get all 3 of the Purge movies, and you have to start with the first one, even though it's not the best one. Then finally, and I don't know why I had such trouble finding this movie, but I finally added a copy of Scream 4 to the collection. I have 1, 2, and 3, and the bonus disc that had the special features in what was originally the box set, but I could never find Scream 4, and I finally did, with a slipcover. What? A metallic, shiny slipcover. And I like this movie. A lot of people hate Scream. Scream 1 was cool. Scream 2, Scream 3, but this one was interesting because it does talk about the remakes and everything. So it was interesting. But I like this one. And it was kind of cool seeing all the original, well, part of the original cast come back. So yeah. Yay for me. Also, we already own this one on Blu-ray. But it was there, it was cheap. Picked up Hocus Pocus on DVD. It doesn't come with any Spanish subtitles, but we can pop this thing in so my daughter can watch it. And, you know, if she wants to see the subtitles or hear it in Spanish, we can pop in the Blu-ray. Because this one doesn't have Spanish subtitles. Only the Blu-ray does, so there you go. For my wife, I upgraded her original version of Twilight. This is the first Twilight movie, but this is actually the 3-disc deluxe edition. I only bought for her the first one single disc, so that's why I upgraded to this 3-disc slipcase, of course, and has a buttload of special features, so she will enjoy that because she actually does like Twilight. And also upgraded this version. I already own Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, but I only own the Blu-ray, and this baby has the lenticular cover, which I freaking love. They're the bad guys, good guys, bad guys, good guys, bad guys, good guys, bad guys, good guys. But this baby has, it's actually still sealed. I found this at a flea market, freaking brand spanking new. Bad guys, good guys, bad guys, good guys. I'll stop that. But it's brand spanking new, has the Blu-ray and the DVD, which is cool because the Blu-rays we watched them on the PlayStation 3, but in the bedroom we have a DVD, so you know we can't pop in a Blu-ray in a DVD, but that's why these things are great. These combo packs that have the Blu-ray and the DVD are amazing because I can pop them in the DVD and the bedroom. And the last movie I picked up, not Disney, but it's still a princess movie, picked up Anastasia, the 2-disc set that actually has Anastasia, which is really good actually. It does give a Disney movie a run for its money. The animation is very well done, the story is pretty cool, the songs are kind of catchy. But this one has, it's a double feature because it has Anastasia and its prequel, Bardock the Magnificent, which follows the little bat character from Anastasia. But that's a prequel. But really solid alternative to a Disney movie. Great animation, I thought, and like I said, the music is pretty good, and it has Christopher Lloyd as the villain, so you can't go wrong with that. Really solid movie. I'm pretty sure my daughter will enjoy it, and like I said, sucker for slipcovers. This one has a slipcover too. Yeah, I really like slipcovers. So that was the movie collection. Again, not as a huge haul as I usually do, but I am trying to cut back, and I was pretty successful in not buying anything until I came across this beautiful pile of movies, which are amazing, and I couldn't pass up. I couldn't pass up owning and completing my Scream collection, or getting close to completing my Saw collection, or, my goodness gracious, owning two really cool collector's edition, and don't even get me started on completing my Roger Moore, and owning Pacific Rim, which I am going to see this. Whoa, everything's falling down. Almost had an accident there, but it's the Van Wilder boob box. It's not very stable, because like I said, it has that boobs out. But Pacific Rim, I freaking love this movie. I loved it. A really good movie. Loved it. So yeah, when you come across cool stuff, you just gotta answer the call and go for it and buy them. And this week I did pick up 5 movies from Movie Freak Bazaar, but like I said, I'll save those for next time when I have another pile of movies, which I'm not gonna lie to you, won't be. I might just do a video on those 5 movies because honestly, I don't see myself buying anything else anytime soon. It's hard, but I am trying to cut back on movies, and except for this pile of movies, I was doing very well, actually. My wife was very proud of me for not buying as many movies as before, but yeah. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and for hearing me ramble and ramble and ramble on movies. But I love movies, and when you love something, you can't help but talk about it. I hope you enjoy this video series of the pickups. I am going to record one more once I go to the comic shop and pick up my comic books, because it's been 2 months since I've gone to the comic shop. I hope my stuff is still all there. So that's the other pickup video. And after that, I'll do some more Tales from the Vargas Vault. And October, I might do something for Halloween. The whole month of October. I'm talking with Macabro and seeing how we pull that off. But until then, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a comment. Thumbs up is always appreciated. And anything you want to do, follow me please in social media, Vargas Vault or Profersor Macabro. We both always post stuff that I hope you people enjoy. I hope you do. I really hope you do. And but until I see you all again, this was Vargas signing out from the Vargas Vault, thanking you, and see you later.